Yo, what's up guys, it's Relik. Welcome to WAVNINJA, and today I'm going to be going over how you can get a good producer tag for your beats. I thought this was something that was common knowledge, but it seems like a lot of people were posting about it on Reddit, and I figured I was just going to go over a couple ways that I know that you can get a decent producer tag. One, which is how I got mine. So yeah, there's going to be free and paid versions. So hopefully you find some sort of method to get a tag that you want. So the first method is so obvious, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have already thought about it, but it is to make your own. And I know that sounds really dumb, especially if you don't like the sound of your voice, but it's so easy to manipulate your voice. A lot of times you wouldn't even be able to recognize your own voice. You don't even really need a good microphone, like you can just use your phone if you wanted to. I know Ronnie J basically uses Ronnie J listen up. Ronnie J listen up. And then he pitches it down like an octave or something like that. Probably less than an octave, probably like 6 semitones or so. But yeah, it's like super basic and it's not even that high of quality. So if you can get away with doing it yourself, that would probably be the cheapest and easiest way, because it's you and you can do as many takes as you want. So the second option is very similar to the first one in the fact that you record it or you have a friend record it. But basically, yeah, that you have someone that you know that you like the sound of their voice and you record them. I see so many people asking, oh, how did Zaytoven get a kid to do it? Zaytoven! Or how did this person get a girl to do it? How did they get it to sound like a girl? And it's because they use a girl or they use a baby. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's not rocket science. You just use someone you like the sound of their voice and then you throw it in as a sample. Also, don't be afraid to get creative with it, because even Ugly God managed to get his tag through a Snapchat of a girl saying, "Thanks, Ugly God." And what he did is he had a jailbroken iPhone, so he was able to save it, and then he threw it into FL Studio and he uses that as his tag. So yeah, just get creative with it. Try to find like movies with your name in it or like something like that to where you can like really like get something unique out of it. So the next option is to use a sound effect that doesn't have your name in it. And some people are going to like this more than others, but it really just comes down to taste. And yeah, there's a guy, Lido, who does it. He doesn't do it too much anymore, and he doesn't even really make beats all that much, but he's worked with Chance the Rapper, so I guess kind of. But yeah, a lot of his earlier stuff, he would use a very specific sound effect that became part of his sound at that time. And it actually flowed with his music really well. So if you can find a sound effect that you like and you want to incorporate into your music, some people will recognize you for that. Yeah, so as far as I know, that's all the available free options that you can do. I don't really think I missed anything, but if you have something, you can post it in the comments, and I'm sure some people will upvote it if it's valuable information. So yeah, we're just going to jump straight into the paid options. So how much you pay is going to vary depending on which route you want to go. I'm going to start with the cheapest first, because obviously if some people want to spend money, that's fine, but you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a decent tag. I went through Fiverr. I usually don't recommend Fiverr for a lot of services, especially because the quality assurance is not very high and it's very, very inconsistent. You can end up with a really good result or a really bad result. And sometimes the search for something that you're really looking for can take a while. But instead of using the search function, you can actually post a request. And then that way you can get submissions from people who are actually active on the website. A pretty good amount of people will respond to it. So you can just pick and choose between all of the ones that you like the sound of their voice. And then you can send them a personal message getting as descriptive as possible about how you want your tag. They might not do a lot of revisions, or they might charge more depending on which route you want to go. But basically what I did was I told her to say Relik in as many different variations as you possibly could for $5. And then what I did is I dragged all of that into Ableton, and then I just cut out my favorite ones, and then I just scrapped the rest. So that way, anytime I want to use one and I want to get a little variation out of it, I can just pick and choose between the ones that are my favorite. So yeah, the last option is to outsource it to another person, and there's not a whole lot of people that actually specify in tags specifically outside of the Voice Tag Gods website. It's just voicetaggods.com, and they have a pretty big discography. A lot of it is like Sunny Digital, Murder Beats, not Murder. And then yeah, there's like Metro Boomin, as well as like a few. They have a pretty big discography, but they charge a decent amount, and you don't get a lot of revisions, if any at all, unless you want to pay a good amount. So just be careful if you're gonna go that route. I think you can get away with Fiverr or any of the other ones personally, but if you wanna get that sound and you have the money to blow, then that is just a very viable option, honestly. So yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. If you got something out of this, make sure to hit the like button or subscribe or something like that. Or just don't do it at all. Honestly, I don't care. But statistically speaking, if I tell you to do it, then you're more likely to, and something like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one.